Cows Gang, what's going on? I'm your host, Mr. Palmer, aka Boss Daddy. We got to talk about this crazy ass situation that happened in Plano, Texas. Now, let's go back to 2021, where you have a mother by the name of Summer Smith who finds out at the time, sometime mid-February, that her 13-year-old Samarian Humphrey was forced to drink urine at a sleepover. You can't make this shit up. And how she found out, they posted on Snapchat. This shit is crazy. The person that initiated this shit, his name is Asher Van. Now let's keep it real. One black kid, rest of them white boys. And they got him drinking that urine, forcing him to drinking that urine, recording him drinking that urine, and putting it online. The mother was trying to fight for justice because they weren't really doing nothing about it. They still investigating. So she protests. She made it public. She kept the video up, put it on her Facebook, let everybody see, let the world see. Just like Mamie Till did for Emmett Till with his body, her son, when they disfigured his face and his body, and she let the world see and made it public to go to his services. And it was a worldwide cry. And that's what led to the civil rights and everything, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, and everything under the sun. And she was trying to do the same thing, but the outcome didn't happen how she thought it was gonna happen. 2026, did you know they awarded Asher Van $3.2 million? What? The mom has to pay, and her attorney has to pay. You can't make this for emotional distress and other shit. What the is going on? Now, what I want to do, I want to play the news clip back in 2021, and then we'll go to the one this year on this $3.2 million. This is some bullshit right here, y'all.
An active investigation is underway by Plano school officials and police after disturbing allegations of bullying and abuse involving students at Haggard Middle School. The victim's mother said she had been reporting those incidents to the school for months. Nicole Nielsen reports.
Protesters have broken out in front of Haggard Middle School. It comes as 13-year-old Samarian Humphrey's mother said the bullying at school had been going on over the past year, but that everything came to a head at a sleepover last month.
Now, this is what I gotta say, Couch Gang. This is my opinion. If he's been going through racial tension, bias, and stuff like that, why would you be comfortable with having your only black son at a sleepover full of white boys? I have to ask that question. I wouldn't have my kids over there. I wouldn't have my son or daughter over there. And did you even meet the parents? Like, did you meet all their parents? Like, what made you feel comfortable to let that little boy go over there with them? You should have had him at your house, you know, but let's continue.
She posted the now viral video to Facebook accusing her son's classmates of forcing Humphrey to drink urine. She claims the sleepover was orchestrated by the kids to purposefully bully him, one of them befriending him the month before to get him to come. But it was also that night she says he was shot with BB guns, hit in his sleep, and called racial slurs. She says Humphrey has been harassed, degraded, and physically and mentally tortured by his schoolmates, but despite reporting the incident, says she didn't receive help from staff.
When you say there's nothing you can do, what do you mean exactly?
Let me explain something to you. Unfortunately, you can report it to the school. School can't do nothing about it. It was an outside thing off campus. Now, my question is the police. Why wasn't nobody arrested? Why wasn't nobody charged? Now, that's the question. The school can't really do nothing about it. I mean, you can report it to them to let them know what's going on, but the police need to fix this situation. Somebody needs to be locked up. I didn't know he was shot with a BB gun and called racial slurs, which I'm not surprised about it, racial slurs, but I'm just saying, The f wrong with the police? But understand that the police do what they want to do. They pick to investigate what they choose to investigate.
Cause I gotta be honest, it seems like there's a lot of things you could do where it was premeditated and it was obvious that Samarian was only invited for their pure entertainment. Wow.
Police say they will conduct a full investigation to identify any criminal offenses.
Plano ISD also says they're investigating. We reached out to them about how often they received these bullying reports and why nothing was done sooner. Still, no word back. In Plano, Nicole Nielsen, CBS 11 News.
You already know why Cal's gang, it wasn't anything done. Let's stop the dumb. They didn't want to do anything about it. They don't give a about it. The black boy, who gives a I don't understand. Now, I ain't never been to Plano, Texas, and I will say, in 2021, people boycotting, you have black and white out there, you got some white people out there.
Truthfully, what it is.
But we talking about as a collective. As a collective, most of them don't give a about you. You know what I'm saying? Why would you have your son at a sleepover at his house full of other white boys? You big dummy. Now, what I want to do, I want to fast forward to 2026, where this same kid, Asher, is awarded $3.2 million because emotional distress and doxing and all this bull. Check this out.
The story that led to protests.
This is absolutely unthinkable.
Press conferences and international headlines started with this video. We've blurred it because it shows a group of kids. One is drinking from a cup the kids say has urine in it. The mom of the boy drinking was outraged.
This is not a prank. This is beyond bullying. You are evil. They are evil.
Now the courts have weighed in on what happened after this sleepover in Plano 5 years ago. The family of one of the kids accused of bullying sued the mom and her lawyer. A Collin County jury agreed the mom and her lawyer intentionally inflicted emotional distress and publicized the private information of Asher Van.
It was immature. It was stupid. It was nasty. But that's not who I am, and that's not me today.
Van, now 19, says he did not force anyone to drink urine, and
he said he didn't force nobody to drink urine. He decided to just gulp the motherfucker on his own. You can't make this up. Can't make this up. Sorry, let's continue.
Says he isn't racist.
We played a prank. First one who went to sleep got pranked.
His lawyer says the viral outrage will follow the group of boys for the rest of their lives.
Paused.
I want y'all to understand that shame tactics or shaming used to be the thing back in the day, you know, and that also used to work to make people stop doing the bullshit they was doing. But in this day and age, as you see, shame tactics, depending on who you are, they get you paid.
Truthfully, what it is.
Even if you is doing wrong, it's like rewarding bad behavior. But he said he didn't make nobody drink the urine. He didn't force nobody to drink. You f***ing then come f***ing poop. Let's continue.
Caused significant damage not only to their past, but to their future.
That's why he wants to try to collect the $3.2 million judgment the jury found Mom Summer Smith and her attorney must pay.
Defending my son was what I should have done, and I would defend my son still.
I want you to understand that, you know, basically she was exposing the corporate because wasn't nobody doing nothing. They weren't doing about it. Wasn't nobody getting dealt with, charged, punished. And because of that, she decided to let the world know. And that's what was going on back in the day, back in civil rights. Exposed the bullshit, exposed the racial tension and so on, the unfairness and that. She do the same thing, and she got to pay $3.2 million for exposing his ass and her lawyer.
Smith says she plans to appeal the verdict and says there's not much she would have done differently.
I am attempting to move forward, attempting to move past it. My son is doing great.
Smith says she was sad to hear about the backlash Van says he experienced.
I never wanted anyone to threaten anyone at the school or anything. I simply wanted them to be held accountable in the proper way.
Her lawyer, Kim Cole, wasn't available for an interview, but says, quote, "To me, this entire verdict runs afoul of anything decent or just." She says she never called out Van by name and accused him of trying to rewrite history.
We put on evidence that they knew that the things that they were saying were not true and that they persisted in it because they were raising money off of that narrative.
Van's lawyer says he believes the jury was convinced in part by how he says Smith used more than $100,000 in GoFundMe money. The description said it was for counseling and education, which she says some of it was spent on.
What was the other portion used for?
I mean, anything to help him be able to move forward with life. He went through a traumatic experience, and these people wanted to support him, and so I used it to help him with anything he needed.
Van's
Cows Gang, let me ask y'all a question. You know, I feel about these GoFundMes, man. A lot of people use it as, you know, life insurance and the comeuppance off fake victimhood too. What you think about that? Because, you know, Ashley Van lawyer and them saying that they did this to get paid, get money. She got over $100,000. They asked her what she did with the money. She didn't come out and say, you know, what else she did with the money. She repeated that it was for mental health, stuff like that, and therapy. But he asked her, what did you do besides that? And she repeated herself with that. So, you know, I mean, I hope she put some money to the side for him, because he was the victim. He was the one who was being done unjustly. He's not getting justice. You know, hopefully she put the money up for him. The rest of the money, you know, hope they just spend it up and live it up, partying. So continue, man.
says he doesn't expect to get the millions, and says even though he prevailed in court, this incident has defined his life.
There was no winners in the end.
In Dallas, I'm Cole Sullivan.
So he said he ain't expecting to get the $3.2 million. Obviously, she ain't got it, but you know, what do y'all think about that, Cows Gang? Your son or daughter is at a sleepover and forced to drink urine, getting shot with a BB gun, getting called racial slurs, stuff like that. Police ain't doing nothing about it. School can't do nothing about it. And you decide to put it out there for the world to see. Since they put it on Snapchat, you put it on Facebook and let everybody see it. So people find out who the person is, they do their investigation, they call him, I guess, racist, Klan, everything else under the sun, threaten him, and he's the victim now. What do y'all think about that? Do you think that's fair that she should pay the $3.2 million alongside with the lawyer? Do you think this bullshit? Think this is racist? What do y'all think about this, Cows Gang? Well, you already know what I want to know. When it comes to 19-year-old Asher Van, who says that he's not racist, he didn't force him to drink urine, it's not his fault. I got to know, is he a victim or volunteer? And when it comes to Miss Summer Smith, the mother of Sumerian Humphrey, who now got to pay $3.2 million for trying to fight and expose the bull that was going on and racism and shit like that. I got to know, is she a victim or volunteer? Can't make this Cows Gang. You cannot make